Such beautiful music. Welcome back. It is Outnumbered President Trump turning to one of his signature campaign issues today, and that is immigration. He's set to meet at the White House this afternoon with victims of crimes committed by illegals. This as Mr. Trump is pushing to get two major bills passed in the House this week, one penalizing sanctuary cities, which refused to enforce immigration law by withholding some federal law enforcement grant money, and Kate's Law, which toughens penalties on deported felons who re-enter the country. The law is named after Kate Steinle, whose 2015 murder by an illegal immigrant in the sanctuary city of San Francisco became a turning point in the immigration debate. Here's a top GOP lawmaker earlier.
What this bill will do will empower the ICE authorities, withhold some grants to these cities that think they become sanctuary cities, not abide by the laws of America, but even more importantly, will allow the families to sue those municipalities if they want to break the law and not uphold the federal laws of America.
All right, Charlie, so they have tried to pass similar legislation a few years in a row. How is this turn going to be different?
Well, I think the big difference is we're seeing Democrats sort of back down from their rock-solid opposition to this, giving members a pass, which always means that they're trying to throw a lifeline to their members that, look, if this is going to kill you back home, you don't have to, you don't have to die on the ramparts of this one, which I think probably paves the way for it to pass.
All right, so Marie, who are some of the Democrats who live in places where something like Kate's Law would ensure their future re-election?
Well, that's a good question. Here's what is interesting to me about these two laws. You have groups like the Fraternal Order of Police, the International Association of Police Chiefs, law enforcement groups who don't support these laws because of the threat to cut federal funding. They say we need this funding. Sometimes illegal immigrants help us solve really bad crimes. Yeah. So this is not sort of a black and white issue. It is much more politically complicated, and I will be curious to see where this goes, and particularly if Democrats do sign on to something that has some opposition in the law enforcement community.
Yeah. But the funding that we're talking about here is funding that comes from federal government for enforcing these laws. And the idea that, you're going to get the funding even though you're actually not enforcing the laws is kind of absurd on the face of it.
Well, the police chiefs in I think it's over 600 police
because they just don't want to lose the money. But they don't agree with the idea that...
I would defer to them on the best way to enforce some of this. And look, this is, I think, going to have some legal challenges at the federal level if they do pass and they do get signed into law.